Okay, let me set the scene. So there I was watching a WAG entertainment video when I decided to engage in the comments section. And like an unwelcome turd in the McDonald's slide, this action sports Machiavellian graced the whole airsoft community with his comment. If you buy an airsoft gun, which is actually a little kid's game, why is it important to have an expensive one? And when you look at it, my paintball gun was only $205. Full auto, never has any problems. I could drop it off a 3-story building, pick it up, load it, and fire it. All steel. And propels a 1-ounce ball over 600 feet. Why would anyone pay more for a cap gun? Get with it. Paintball is for adults, while airsoft is for toddlers. Oh no. Not my county SWAT team training with a little kids game. Damn, dude really took out the whole airsoft community with that one. Full disclaimer, I have nothing against paintball. I just thought this comment was ridiculous, and there's tons of comments like it in the airsoft community. And we're just here to make fun of the logic, because I'll never understand this logic. The biggest problem with this dude's comment is most of the people I see at my local airsoft field are between their 20s and 30s. If we're going off the logic of the age demographic at the local airsoft field, then I guess that the NBA is played by little kids. If airsoft is for little kids, then Call of Duty is a realistic tactical shooter. If airsoft is for little kids, then Avatar: The Last Airbender is an anime. If airsoft is for little kids, then we're all forklift certified. If airsoft is for little kids, then I guess airsoft is for little kids? If airsoft is for little kids, then I guess troglodytes have a crippling vape addiction. So anyways, I understand when people make comments like this if it was in context of an argument, but he genuinely posted this reply to my comment unrelated to what I was talking about. My actual comment was, I'm convinced 1-star reviewers don't know how to use an airsoft gun. I've seen people say the same shit on $400 airsoft guns. As for the Game Face AK-74U, which was in the video, I ran an 11-1 lipo through the gun for 12 years. They've been making that model back when they used to slap the Crossman branding. I don't know why I'm adding words to my comments. That AK-74U slaps and is an insane budget 7.4U and will work fine with 11.1 volt. That was literally my comment, because in the video, WAG Entertainment was just testing cheap airsoft guns with 1-star reviews on them. And that Game Face AK-74U was in there. It's a great gun. Lots of people put 1-star reviews on it, and I shot it once. It broke. Gun sucks. It's like, well, did you use the jamming rod to try to get the BB out? Did you even use the powerful enough battery? Did you use the battery it came with? Did you use the BBs it came with? Some BBs are crap. Did you use crap BBs in there? You probably use crap BBs. I know you use crap BBs. See, I am guilty of the 1-star review at one point, because way back when I was a wee little lad, 11 years old, I had the HK G36C. I loaded it up excited on Christmas morning, and I shot that puppy as hard as I could pull the fucking trigger. And it jammed, and probably all it was jammed, but I was convinced it was broken because I was stupid kid brain and didn't know any better, so I had my dad return it, and I ended up with the Game Face Crossband AK-74U. I could have had a G36 all these years. But education. Some people don't know how to genuinely operate airsoft guns, and cheap airsoft guns, yeah, they're not great, and you shouldn't be using them at the field, but they still work. Maybe the dude's relation in the comment was the price points mentioned. Like, if you were using the comment of why spend more money on an airsoft gun, then how are you comparing it to a toddler? What toddler has $400 to drop on an airsoft gun? If we were to go off of Paintball Boy's logic, then the same could be said from the opposing FUDs in the world of airsoft haters. You always got dudes commenting on airsoft, oh, I got the real thing, get a real gun. If we were to go off Paintball Boy's logic, his why would you spend money on an airsoft gun? Why would you spend all your money on a paintball toy? Just get an actual gun, like a real man. Can you tell I've been having nightmares about this dude's ignorance? I even typed out a script for this video. I'd never do that. It's really not that big of a deal seeing a comments like this. I just thought it would be funny to rant about for a video. Like, Cocomelon is a kid's show, but you need adults in the industry that know what they're doing in order to make Cocomelon episodes, just like how you would probably need adults who are in the airsoft world to make airsoft guns for airsofters. I have my own personal reasons for choosing airsoft over paintball. I like the replica guns. It's very rare you see people in the sport of paintball using replica guns, and I don't find the tube with hopper design all that appealing.
Look at this dude.
I personally find most paintball fields to also be very boring and not immersive, with just like a fucking rectangle with triangle shape mound, cylinder shape mound, square, and that's your environment you're playing in. Why? There are actual paintball fields that use actual, environments and are more immersive. I'm just saying for the general, probably what this dude does and his paintball team. Again, nothing wrong with paintball, but it's probably the high octane action sport of paintball with the jerseys and the tubes. Don't get it twisted. There's nothing wrong with paintball. I just find airsoft more entertaining personally. Besides, why would I want to get all this drip covered in paint? It's hilarious. Dude actually has simulated toddlers with airsoft. Go on, shoot a toddler. Shoot a toddler with an airsoft gun. Tell me they'll still want to engage in the sport. It's just a joke to point out the fact that no toddler is going to want to play airsoft with how bad it hurts. That's the thing that draws me into the airsoft hobby is it has many different avenues engaging in the hobby. There's standard gameplay at fields, which is just common, team deathmatch, domination, all those types of things. But with airsoft, you also have milsim events that are more tactical, immersive experience for the hobby. There's even live action roleplay events, like Swamp Sniper runs a lot of LARP airsoft events. You don't necessarily have to engage in the pain and gain of getting shot with plastic BBs and crying like a big man-child. But to see a dude argue that you should be playing paintball instead, to say airsoft isn't adult enough is an understatement. For starters, you have to legally be an adult to purchase an airsoft gun. Airsoft is a really good teaching tool for firearms. Here, we have a Beretta 92. There's our baby in there. Always check your gun. See, something as simple as checking if there was BBs inside this magazine is just something you should do with all guns in general. And that I instinctively checked an airsoft gun, even though it's just an airsoft gun, if it was loaded, says a lot about this being also a good teaching tool avenue. And we'll get into more details here in a second. Here is my actual Beretta 92. The side-by-side comparison. I know my camera's not the best because this is just for goofing around on Twitch live streams. But literally a 1-to-1 copy of the real thing. My Beretta, when I go to the range, I know how it operates. All of my knowledge of my real Beretta's ergonomics came from this airsoft gun. Airsoft, because it's a 1-to-1 replica, is good for teaching your firearm ergonomics and safety. It really sunk in one day when I was at the field. There was a dad and his son gearing up to hit the field when I overheard his dad cry out defiantly, "Do you know what you just did? You just flagged me with your barrel." I initially thought that was weird because, dude, it's just an airsoft gun. But then I thought a little deeper about it. Maybe one day, Dad wants to take his son to the range. If you teach responsible gun safety starting at the airsoft field, then when little Timmy hits the range, he'll have good trigger discipline. Pretty sure Dad doesn't want little Timmy flagging people with an actual firearm. I've even seen things circling around on YouTube Shorts of people running drills at home with their airsoft guns. Not everybody has the property size to shoot live rounds or the time to drive out to a training range that allows you to run drills other than just regular target plinking. And yeah, some of these dudes are pretty swift with it. There's even videos of people who are from out of country who spent their whole lives playing airsoft, running airsoft drills, and then when they go to practice with a real firearm, like they come to America and they go to shoot an actual gun for the first time, they instantly catch on.
So one of the things that impressed me the most about watching Laiku shoot is not only as soon as he picked up a gun, he was obviously very good, point shooting, all of that, but the manual of arms. A lot of people that you see shoot don't understand manual of arms, and he legitimately understood how to clear malfunctions, why he was clearing them, the safety while he was clearing them, everything. So that was something that really spoke testimony to dry fire and airsoft as a training aid.
Good. Let's do it again. 6 rounds.
In fact, there's Grantham, who's a huge gun nut YouTuber, went as far as making a documentary at Milsim West about airsoft and the aspects of it that translates to Real Firearms.
So in conclusion, should you BB Wars? I think so. I think it's really fun, and I also think there are a lot of great things to pull from it. So for my BB Wars guys, keep being cool. For my gun guys, get out there and do a little bit of airsofting. It's actually a lot of fun, and there are some good things to pull out of it. And let's bridge that community, because a lot of the BB Wars guys that I talked to, if they were of age, owned guns and said, hey, I watched channels and channels like yours, and it got me into airsoft because I was too young to own a gun, and then once I was old enough, I bought a gun, and I love this stuff now. Cool. And for guys who are too young to own guns, they're like, hey, I watch your channel, I love it, I can't own a gun yet, so I airsoft, and I have an airsoft gun. I'm like, cool, that's awesome. Keep training, keep getting out there, because the point is, we're going to live and we're going to die based on how we hold together as a community. Let's be inclusive and not exclusive.
But that is also like the complete other side of the globe, where I'll see foreigners posting airsoft contents, and you have the boomer fuds in the comments, I got the real thing. It's like, well, no shit, but like, I'm sure they would love to have the actual firearm if they lived in America, but they don't, so this is the next best thing. Airsoft is all they have. Unless you're Australian. Poor Australians. They're the only reason gel blaster companies are still in business. I'm kidding. If you prefer gel blasters, all power to you. I just always find it funny that you can catch haters like Paintball Boy or an angry boomer in airsoft comments, mad at other adults for having fun and saying, get a real gun. Okay, and what do we do from here? It's obviously either rage bait or just because they think they're better. I don't know. Why does anybody do anything on the internet as a keyboard warrior? But if I can see that they're genuinely being an asshole, I usually point out the facts I stated in this video about like what airsoft actually is, and there's a whole bunch of different aspects about it besides just playing a game. And I have yet to get a response from any of them. Boom, roasted. Yes, there are adults who play airsoft. Yes, there are teens that play airsoft. And of course, there are kids that play airsoft. But let me tell you, some of those little Ewoks running around take the hits way better than full-grown adults on the field. If you came across this video and you're in the vagueness of, should I pick it up, should I not, and you're feeling like maybe you're too old to join the hobby, just look at it this way. It's great exercise and cardio, definitely way more entertaining than going for a jog. You're also doing squats when you crouch and duck in between covers. You're also carrying a full-size airsoft gun, which can be heavy depending on what builds you have and what attachments you have. So not only that, you're running around lifting weights. I know my ass looks kind of skinny, but Jesus Christ, do I feel sore after playing airsoft for a day. And one day, if all of that didn't sell you on starting up airsoft late, one day you might have kids of your own. And when little Timmy is old enough to handle the sting of a BB, you can pass your collection down to your little crotch goblin offspring. So it won't be a total waste. All memes aside, I hope you enjoyed my yapping, because it's really not that big of a deal. I just thought the comment was funny, and I thought it'd be funny to do a little video poking fun at it and just talking about comments like this in the Airsoft community in general. And if you love something, who cares what others say? Don't let people's opinions gatekeep your fun.
And now for something completely different.
Hey everyone, I'm mostly a Twitch streamer. I've been using this channel to dump my favorite VODs from my Twitch channel, but I definitely want to segue the channel into some more airsoft content. The main thing I've been playing around with in my old noodle is doing airsoft reviews. Simple stuff like basic teardowns and features of a gun with gameplay footage, and even more goofy airsoft commentary like the video you just watched. It might be a little bit until I can start pumping out more airsoft content, because the way I want it, I need a GoPro. And unfortunately, I have to buy new wheels for my BRZ, since one of my wheels has a dent in it. Yeah. Stupid Ohio infrastructure. Can't be rolling up to car meets on Steelies, bro. But if you enjoyed that video, hit the subscribe button, go check out my Twitch page, and come chat with me live. This channel isn't gonna become fully an airsoft channel. I'm just kind of doing whatever, and if the airsoft content does end up gaining traction, I probably will segue it to its own individual channel where I will post all of my airsoft stuff for everybody to enjoy over there. But we'll see. If not, then enjoy video games and airsoft. So, until next time, hop up heads. One more point I forgot to bring up is my grandpa wants to come play airsoft. Do with that information what you will.